Hi. Let's take a quick look at last week. So, week 5 was a lot about video and podcasts. The first website I suggest you go to is wistia.com/library. That's W-I as in Izzy, S as in Sam, T as in Tom, I as in Izzy, A as in Apple. WISTIA.com/library. They have a whole online catalog of free resources and videos to help you succeed with business video. Really a great site to bookmark. So if you go to Instagram, Facebook, YouTube, others, you'll find lots of information to help you with your pre-production, filming, and post-production so that your videos look great. Videos are among the most versatile tactics content marketers can leverage, since they can be cooked up, loaded up, cut up, and served in a variety of different ways. For example, they work well in both long and short formats, from brief video messages to full-length documentaries. They can serve as timely standalone statement pieces, or they can be ongoing serialized conversations that unfold over time. They can be presented as the main course or served as a pre-roll advertising appetizer. They thrive in virtually any content platform. For example, when embedded on your website or blog, shared via emails, through mobile apps, or on third-party video sites like YouTube, or incorporated into SlideShare presentations, live events, and webinars. Videos are well suited to being consumed in both the desktop and mobile environments. They can be simple affairs like brief customer testimonials or product demos, or slick show-stopping efforts that launch your business into a new sphere of influence. They can be repackaged, repurposed, and republished depending on what you need to do, so you don't have to constantly make new videos. They can be archived, or they can be produced on the fly. There's a bunch of software and hardware now that will do live streaming, especially some hardware. I'll get a link out to you on a camera that you can use for live streaming. But just like everything else, you've got to have a deliberate strategic plan. Okay, you got to know what message you want to communicate, how you want the audience to react, and what steps are necessary next for them to do. All right. Another thing to consider is sometimes video isn't the best thing for you. Yeah, it's not going to work for everybody. So what you really want to do is you want to ask yourself a question. If anything about your story would be lost if you told it without the benefit of visuals and sound, the answer is no, that you don't need that. Then consider a format requires less of a commitment, both to produce and consume, because videos take a while to produce, while to consume by the people, and they can be expensive. So another way to get to our audience is through podcasting. And podcasting is an excellent way for you to talk about the value of your product. Creating a podcast allows you to reach a brand new audience, a group of people who might otherwise never find or consume your long-form content because they prefer the audio format. You also don't need to be an established content creator or have a blog to learn how to start your own podcast. Podcast is an excellent way to build an audience from scratch and position yourself as an authority in your industry. In addition, podcasts also provide the potential to drive traffic back to your website or store. Every podcast directory gives you a link back to your website, and since it's your podcast, you can direct listeners to your website at the end of each show. On iTunes, there are dozens of categories and subcategories where listeners actively seek new content. This means your podcast content will be highly targeted. People who are interested in your topic will seek you out. So in 2015, podcasts had a balanced demographic, with the listeners being equally male and female between the ages of 18 and 44. However, Edison's 2017 data shows that podcast listeners skew slightly more male and a bit older, 35 to 54, in recent years. So keep that into account. Lastly, starting a podcast allows you to position yourself as an authority on your topic, helps build your audience, and also makes it easier to sell your product or service since you're the credible source. Being seen as an authority can help influence potential customers to purchase your products. Podcasts are popular because they're easy to consume. They can listen to podcasts on the go, in the car, at the gym, even at work. And with devices like Amazon Alexa and Google Home, they can even listen at home. It's not uncommon for people to call to say, Alexa, play me a podcast. Another reason podcasts are easy to consume is that they can be listened in on any device. They don't need a radio or be sitting in the car. They can listen on their smartphones, desktop computers, tablets. They're on demand, so they can listen when they want, where they want. And compared to other content platforms, podcasts allow you to create an intimate connection with your audience. Imagine being in your target listeners' ears for 30 minutes or more. They're hearing you talking to them one-on-one. Very important. We had a really good week last week. Let's have a great week 6. See you on the week 6 Cheddar Chat.